I just have this notion that as soon as the Mayflower landed and the passengers got off that boat, they looked over their shoulder and said, I hope no more people are coming. We're perfectly happy with this country the way we see it. Because throughout our history, waves of immigrants have come to make America what it is today, and there's always been a resistance from those already here to new people.
These young people are here through no fault of their own. They may be technically violators of law, but as a practical matter, humanitarianism calls for us to make a legalization.
Right now, there are 600,000 people in a backlog waiting for their day in court for due process. 600,000. That is absurd. One of the reasons that we have such an open, porous border is that individuals know if they get across the border, they'll only be detained a couple of weeks and then they'll be released into the United States with what's called a notice to appear. Some people appear at their court date, sometimes 2, 3, 4 years later, and some people do not. But they've been released into the United States in the meantime. We need to accelerate that process.
This is bigger than partisan politics. It's about human lives. It is time to fight for these families and keeping these families together who are an integral part of our communities. I know many of my colleagues support the DREAM Act and reasonable border security measures. Let's get through the finish line.
I'm fascinated watching the Olympics as I watch people march in for the Olympics from many countries. As people march in from that country, everyone looks the same under their flag until you get to the United States. And when the United States marches in, you can't pick out which one looks American. We are American.
I come to this with some prejudice. My mother was an immigrant to this country. She was brought here at the age of 2. She was the first dreamer in my family, and she was brought here from Lithuania, where she was born. Her mother brought her to this country, didn't speak English, but brought her 3 kids here in the hopes that they could find an opportunity they couldn't find back in Lithuania. My grandfather didn't come here with any extraordinary skills, came here with a strong back and a determination to work and feed his family, and he did it. My grandmother the same. That's the story of this country.
And over the course of this week, I hope we can keep this civil and open and fact-based, rather than charged with emotion and accusations. We all want to help the country. Let's work on helping the country together this week.